speak of right now as we welcome you, Phil, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
Tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Touchdown, Carolina! Fozzie Whitaker, 105 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But running backs, Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins, and about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Here's Rawls, and he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Pretty good running there, 9 yards, sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This is Rawls. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. First down, this is Rawls. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Following the sack, it's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On third down, Jonathan Stewart. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will go for it. Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks. Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson did, he more than doubled the rushing yardage of Mike Davis, who finished second. And Mike Davis didn't begin the year on Seattle's roster. They went through a number of runners this season, none of them that fit and really hit. Chris Carson, they thought, was going to be the guy. He got hurt early in the year. But they definitely have to find a running game and get back to playing that Seattle football of run first and let Russell Wilson take over from there.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Wilson on second down. They set up the screen to Rawls. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They'll roll him out right. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Cam's going to run the option right. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Finding room inside the 40. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Cam's going to run the option right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Flushed out right. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Now Stewart on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down and more past the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense. And this time they take...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. Well, that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He had to go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. From the left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 23. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 10 yards still left on second down. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. They're going to run. This is Stewart. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw, Newton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try to run with Rawls. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mario Addison coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the...
Cam Newton all alone. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, 89 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to mark
the ball. He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, Wilson dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He's going to float this. Oh, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, 76 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K1 short. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. Still fighting for more. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Luke Kuechly able to run him down for a loss of a yard. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas rolls. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. From the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. Shifts by him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Flush to his right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Newton. Forced out to his left. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense